G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping into Go Battle League. So as you can see, rank 8, 21-15, 81 wins out of 141 battles. So that rating, so win percentage, is starting to drop, which is unfortunate. I'd like to keep it up a bit, and obviously everyone does want to win a few more battles. So I've got my previous Ultra League battles in a playlist. I'll link that now, so check those out if you haven't. So I'll jump into the next set. So this is the team I was running with. Giratina, Cresselia, and Alolan Muck there. So last set I ran into, what was it? So 2 or 3 leads that were Scizor, Gyarados. So I think it was 3 Scizor leads, a Gyarados, and a Articuno. So Gyarados was running Dragon Breath and Crunch, obviously, and so not water type. So I am actually thinking I might swap this up. So let's change this up, and I might swap it into a Charizard lead, which is very questionable. And so I don't know whether to keep the... I think I'm going to switch to Charizard, Cresselia and Swampert in the back. So this is... let's go with a change. Why not? We'll see how we go. So, first match up, and let's see what we lead with. So, I was leading with Cresselia and run into the Charizard. So, what's it got for its moves? So that's really good for it. So I'm going to switch into my... Oof. So this is really bad. So obviously, had this been the last match running, so they've shielded that one up, so happy days. Let's see what they do here. So I'm going to shield as well because this one-shots, and that's brutal. And then I'm going to try and... Well, I'm not going to bait. I'm going to now throw the Earthquake. So they're probably going to get a second shield here, but I'm fine with that. So if they go 2 shields in here... oh, and they haven't, so that's perfect for me. So can I win this, is the question. Oh... So I'm going to let this go. And what I'm actually going to do is come in with the Cresselia, because I'll be able to farm up some energy. They're not going to come in with the Poliwrath. Let's see what their last thing is. So it's a Alolan Muck. So I'm going to... So this is... Ooh, interesting. So I'm going to Moonblast this. I'm really hoping for a debuff here. Oh, yes. I got the debuff. So I'm going to shield this one up, because I know they're running, obviously, Poliwrath in the back, and that's not going to trouble me too much. So I need to... Oh, they got there before me. I was really hoping I could get to another Moonblast before they got to theirs, and then hopefully, if this double debuffs, absolutely outstanding for me. Let's find out. So no double debuff there, that's fine. I want to leave this in because I've got obviously that debuff in play, and then they're beating me with the so they're beating me to the charge move, which is frustrating because it does mean the next one they're going to be able to KO here, but that's absolutely, well, fine, I guess. It has to be. I've got no other choice other than letting the... So what I might do is swap in and take the hit on the Charizard here, and then try and get some energy before the Poliwrath switches in. I think they're going to switch it straight out, which they do, so that's fine. And so I think I'm just going to go straight up Blast Burn, and I wasn't quick enough. I'm hoping this is not going to KO. Ice Punch, it's going to be neutral, so it shouldn't. Yeah, so it's not KO'd, which is fantastic for me. So this is going to do a whole lot of oh wow, okay, so nowhere near as much damage as I thought it was going to be, which is unfortunate for me. And then they are able to get to another one, which is going to be taking me out. So I'm not 100% sure what the play is here. So I think what I have to do is Moonblast this, and it gets there first, obviously. And that's really unfortunate for me, and that's GG. So had I Moonblasted that, wouldn't have made a difference. They had the Alolan Muck in the back. So one game, and it's not letting me go into the next one. I'll jump in. I'll use the same team. So I had the Alolan Muck in the back there to take me out. I needed to do more damage. So with the Charizard, and that Charizard matchup was just not good. So let's jump into the next one. And they had a Venusaur as well, which is just really bad for switching into a Swampert. I was able to land that Earthquake, so happy days with that. But not enough. So let's see what we get here. So error finding match apparently. So interesting. So I really need to pay more attention to the names of the trainers I'm battling, and that way I might actually know who's in. Oh, so this is going to be an interesting one. So this is good for me. So they probably will switch this out. So they're switching to, yeah. So this is not ideal. So this is when the Alolan Muck would have been absolutely perfect. 100%. This is the one you want your Alolan Muck for. Let's throw the Hydro Cannon. If I can get a shield, I'm happy. And I can, so that's good. And I will return that now. So I will shield up one as well, just so I can stay in this fight. So I don't know whether they'll double shield this or not. So I suspect they probably will. So I don't really know why I'm going for an Earthquake. I probably should have just gone straight Hydros, to be honest, because then I could have got another Hydro off. So they have double shielded, so that's fine. So then I probably could have, yeah, got to this Hydro. Can I get there? Do I want to use my second shield? No. So they've not got shields now. And now I can bring out the Cresselia. So this isn't got Dragon Breath, so it's not as bad. So we'll have to shield up if they get to the Shadow Sneak. So I'm just trying to think of what's the play here. I'm going to let this go, and it's just the Dragon Claw, so I'm fine with that. Let's see if they're going to switch this out, which I thought they were going to, but I wanted to get this Moonblast off, which I've managed to do. I was expecting them to switch there, so managed to get that. Let's see what they do here. So no debuff for me, so I'm not going to shield this up. So Dragon Clawed there, so I'm really hoping to be able to charge this down. So I'm not going to be able to charge, so I'm just going to have to throw this. So regardless of what I do, it's going to be KOing. But I couldn't get hit by another charge move there. I'm just really hoping I can get a Moonblast off before they get their charge move, which I can. So let's find out if this is doing enough damage. So it does quite a lot of damage there. So they're going to have to charge me if they want to take me out here. So I'm going to let this go. And the question is, what do they have in the back? I'm really hoping for something squishy in the back. I'm going to just commit to the farm down here and manage to get there. What do they have in the back? So it's a not a good situation for me to be in. So I don't know whether Dragon Claws are the play here or whether straight up, yeah, so this is not good at all. So yeah, so possibly, yeah. So hard to say. You never know what's in the back. So they're gonna obviously get to another Hydro Cannon before I can get to another Dragon Claw, and the Hydro Cannon's gonna take me out. Nothing I can do about it. Just, yeah, so close. But obviously not to be. So coming off of 3 Scizors, and now, yeah, absolutely waste of time having this Charizard in the team currently. I don't know whether the play was there to Blast Burn, but I don't think it was. I'm not sure I would have made it to a Blast Burn, but let's find out. So again, Poliwrath, really not good for me. And then let's switch this straight out, not even wanting to get that attack in. And I expect them to switch out into, yep, a Alolan Muck, of course it is. So now I've managed to hit back to Poliwraths. I'm really hoping for a debuff there. No debuff. What I'm going to do is shield this up. I'm going to shield both of these and try and get some pressure on. The only way that this goes at all well for me, and they've managed to get to their second before me, so that's really not ideal. So let's throw the Psychic on Dark is absolutely no point because it double resists. Oh, close. So I should have tried to switch that out there. They've got the Dark Pulse off. It's not going to KO. But it does mean it frees up. Oh, wait, I don't have Giratina in the back, so that is not great for me. So let's see if I can get the debuff. I can't, so I'm going to actually switch this out when I... oh, and it doesn't let me switch. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. So I'm going to have to go for a Swampert here. So I'm going to just throw this because I don't want to be hit by a Dark Pulse. I think they were very, very close to their own, and it'll be interesting to see what comes out. So shields are down. And I've got a Venusaur, which is really not good for me. Let's see if I can get there in time. I cannot. So this is GG. So what I should have done is try to switch out on that charge move, waste the energy, and then come back in. The Frenzy Plant's going to KO. And then this is good game because they're just going to switch out to their Poliwrath. And there's nothing I can do here. And they've straight to a charge move. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother. It's going to be one of the very few games that I quit out. I just have nothing here. So I don't... It really is absolutely 0 point to this. And I'm going to change this line. So I'm actually going to keep Charizard here. But I'm going to put it in the back and have Cresselia in the lead. It'll be interesting to see what happens to the lead here. If I get a Scizor on the lead, I'm going to be so very frustrated. Saw 3 in a row. No. Yeah, so let's see. So this is not great for me. Let's see what move it has. If it's got Dragon Breath, it's a little bit better. Yeah, so it's a little bit better. It does mean it's going to get to its charge moves a little bit slower. We still seem to tie, which means it's going to be a Dragon Claw. I'm not 100% sure how we tied that. I thought Dragon Claw was slower. I thought Dragon Breath took a little bit longer to get to, so they've taken that hit, so interesting. Let's see what they do here. So I'm going to, so they are getting to their charge moves faster than I am. So maybe I should have shielded that second one up, because I've got a feeling that they're going to do the same here. So I think they've got a couple of extra charge moves, a couple of extra fast moves, I should say. I expect them to shield this one, which they have, and I will shield my next one as well, because I should be able to get to my charge move. Oh, wow, okay, so that's interesting. So they're going to have to go 2 shields in if they want to keep this alive. So that's really, really interesting. And they have. So, and the attack fell. So that's absolutely spectacular. So what am I going to do here? Let this go. Let it go. So it didn't actually take me out. So that's really interesting. So what to do? So I'm going to go in with the Charizard here, just because it's got... Oh, so they're going to Dragon Claw me here as well, which is not ideal, but it's not going to do huge amounts of damage. It is very spammy, so I'm going to do my own Dragon Claw straight away. So thankfully I got there first. And that will KO at this range. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out next. So I have got the 2 shields. So let's find out. So what have they got? A Swampert with more energy than me. If it would be really nice if it lets me. And then they've got the... So okay, this is not good. I needed to win that first matchup, so maybe using an early shield was the play. I should be able to take this with shield, so I have got shields here. I do want to waste time. Yeah, so I can't waste that much time. So instead I'm gonna... What? They got to a charge move there before me. So this is really not good. So I'll get some energy up. I got 1 shield. So straight out of the block, I've got a Hydro Cannon. So crazy how quickly they managed to charge that. So I think I'm going to go just straight up Blast Burn here. It'll be interesting to see how much damage it does. I think it will still do... it's resisted, so it's not going to do much. And they've got to their net. How have they got that much energy on Swampert? So the only thing I can think of is my swaps were way too slow, so that's really disappointing. I had perfect matchups for that, but they won switch advantage, so I couldn't, so I had nothing. So then, obviously, they got to match what they wanted, and I couldn't bring that back. So even with the shields, nothing I could do there. So really unfortunate with that first match. So I think now my aim is going to be winning the first matchup. And let's see what they do here. So this is interesting. So in order to win the first match, I am going to commit shields. So I will shield up this first one, because obviously it's not debuffed, haven't had a chance to debuff it. If I get a debuff here, I'll be absolutely laughing. Let's find out if I can. So they've shielded that one up, so really hoping for and I'm going to shield up the next one too. So shield it up, why not? And then they'll potentially be able to get to another Hydro before I can get to a Moonblast. No, they can't. That's all right. By the way that he charged in the last game, absolutely crazy. So they've let that one go through, and I've got the debuff, so that's perfect, absolutely perfect. So this can come through. Obviously, I've got no shields left, but they've got a debuff, so I expect they may switch out here, seeing how little damage that actually does. No, so staying in, so that's fine. So I will throw that straight away, and they got to another one first. Frustrating, but I mean, it is what it is. So this will take it out. So what I might do is undercharge this, so because I don't really want to take it out now, I will leave that and Moonblast it, and did manage to take it out because I wanted to be able to throw a Moonblast before they got a chance. So what I'm going to do here is, so they've shown their water type, so I'm going to throw, so going to be interesting here. So I fully expect them to be, so it'll be interesting to see whether they charge, so whether they shield this. I am going to obviously shield bait here by charging up a lot. And then throwing the Hydro. I'm really hoping to get their last shield here. If I can get their last shield here, I'm okay. So can I get there first? Yes, I can. So I got to the Earthquake. So this should KO at this range. Let's find out. It does. So that's got that one done. And now they've got, a Lapras. So that's not good for me either. So I'm just going to throw the Hydros. I need to chip away. If it's got Surf, I'm possibly in trouble. So what I will do is switch this out as soon as they throw a charge move. So it'll be interesting to see what this charge move is. I fully expect Surf to come through. It is Surf, which is unfortunate for me. So they're running to... So if I can get to a Blast Burn, so this Surf is going to do a lot of damage here. Blast Burn is going to do neutral damage because of the Ice typing, if I can get to it. So I just don't know how bulky Lapras is and how much damage this Blast Burn's going to do. So not quite enough, but I should be able to fast move it down, which I can. So that was a close one. And managed to get the win there. So really lucky getting to that Earthquake on the Alolan Muck. I do think we see MP tied there, so managed to pull that out of the bag. So 5 games, 1 win. Ouch. So that's brutal. So let's watch this plummet right here. So 2188. Ouch. So that's not good. So getting really bad matchups. So I can't seem to win lead. Switch to something that I think will win lead, and so yeah, just getting absolutely schooled there. So just trying to think of what's the play. So to be honest there, the best thing to be leading with in those games would have been good old Venusaur. Would have done the trick, but yeah, so hard to say. So the lead is not going well. I think the Charizard, I've not been able to match up. I need to win lead, and that's my problem. So what I am going to do is probably change it up again next game, and then we'll go from there. So at the moment, I'm just getting slaughtered. And no one likes to be playing games and losing 4-1. No one. It's just really frustrating. Every time you swap out lead, you're getting leads that are countering you. So, yeah, what are you going to do? That's it for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.